we go.
Can you see
We're
it?
in like Flynn.
Okay, page 71. Everybody see it?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, you want the
Yes.
top or the bottom? Where do you want
71.
it?
There we go.
Bottom.
We're doing Shiru Ladonai, the top.
Oh.
Okay, so Shir, as I said, is a
Shiru
song.
Ladonai.
Shiru means sing. Sing, it's plural, it's a command. Shiru, you will sing. Ladonai, and there it has, I'm on the top, the title, and there it has the hey and the slash. So we say Ladonai, Shiru, Ladonai, sing to God. Shir, from the same root, a song. Chadash, new. Sing to God a new song. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash. Okay, so then you have a lot of repetition. Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, and this rhymes. Shiru Ladonai, Baruchu Shemo, Basru Miyom Liyom Yeshuato. Now, the last two lines, I'm not going to go over because when we sing it, at least in my synagogue, we don't sing that. We only sing the first three. So let's not get confused with that. Okay, so it means sing to God a new song. Now, what does the word, anybody can just shout out, Kol Haaretz. Those two words, what does it mean?
Whole word.
The whole earth, right? Everybody. Aretz is the land. Everybody.
Aretz land.
Yes. Call is all. So sing to God a new song. Sing to God, everybody. Kol haaretz. And then again it says Shiru Ladonai, Baruchu Shemo. All right. Does anybody recognize the word or the root from Baruchu?
Blessing.
Bless, right? Okay, Baruchu, Baruch. In all the blessings, they start with Baruch. Baruch Ata Adonai. So this is Levarech is the root to bless. Baruchu means you will, you all will. It's plural. And what does the word shame mean? Shame. Name, right. Shemo means his name. So Baruchu Shemo, bless his name. So we're singing and we're blessing, really interchangeable. And then it goes Basru, Miyom, Miyom. Okay, so Basru means herald or proclaim. Basru, proclaim him. What does the word Yom mean?
Day.
Day. So with the prefix mi Yom, from day, le, today, it means like every day, from day to day. Basru miyom liyom, praise him from day to day. Yeshuato, he is our deliverer. Okay, he is our deliverer. Okay, so that's it. Very simple. And the translation, let's see, that I have for that one says, sing to Adonai a new song, sing to Adonai all the inhabitants of earth, sing to Adonai, bless his name, proclaim his deliverance from day to day. Okay, a lot of repetition and all the same ideas here. So, Shiru Adonai. Okay, so if you look at your page, let's see, they have it on the bottom, Shiru Adonai. Well, it's basically this. So it goes, Shiru Ladonai, wait, Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chad. No, I'm losing the melody.
Maybe Hannah?
Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruchu Shemo, Basru Miyom Yom, Yeshuato. Oh, it's Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Shiru Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, and the melody changes. Shiru Ladonai, Baruchu Shemo, Basru Miyom Liyom, Yeshuato. Shiru Ladonai, Baruchu Shemo, Basru Miyom Liyom, Yeshuato. So there's a lot of repetition. There's not much in the way of the lines. If you look in your prayer book, it's actually 2 lines of text. It's very little. Okay, but it repeats a lot. Does anyone want to sing that? Anyone know that melody? Da 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 dum.
I know a different one.
All right, you can sing it.
Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shiru Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo. I don't know, the
Okay.
pitch goes on after that, but that's the
Right.
first.
Okay, so does anybody else have a different melody?
That sounds familiar.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
And we
ours,
always
that's
use-
ours, that's our melody too.
Yeah, can you sing that, Carol? A little
The
bit?
sa- mine is the same as Helene's.
Yeah, can you sing that a little bit?
Oh, well,
Because I like to
not
hear
very
it.
well. From the beginning, okay. Shiru Ladonai,
That's the one I know.
Shir Hadash.
Oh, that's a pretty one.
Shiru Ladonai Kol Haaretz. That's how we do it.
Oh, I
Just-
love that one. We don't
That's
do
the
that.
one I know, Carol.
Yeah, that sounds,
Oh, I love that. I love that one. but We don't use that. Very pretty.
Shiru Ladonai, Baruch Hu Shemo. I don't know if she repeats it, but the first, Vasa
Oh, I love that
It goes,
melody.
Da, 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 Shemo.
Right.
Beautiful. I love that one, but we don't use that. We do that a different melody. So it's so pretty. Okay, so really a lot of repetition there. All right, let's go on to the third one because I want to get through 4 today. And then you can look up, online, you can find the melodies. Okay, so sometimes it's the beginning, as I said, of the psalm, and sometimes we sing the end. So in Shir Ladonai, it's the beginning. In Lechuna Ranana, it's the beginning. Now, the end of the same psalm, of the same one we were just singing, Yismechu Hashamayim, is part of Psalm 96. Okay, so let's go. Right, Yismechu. So that's a very happy melody. Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, V'tagel haaretz, Yeram hayam, Yeram hayam, Yeram hayam, Umelo o, Yeram hayam, Yeram hayam, Yeram hayam, Umelo o, Yalo Sadai. Ya line 4 la ya lo sadai ya lo sadai v'chol asher bo. And the word az is missing. I don't know why he did that, but az is in front of line 5. Az you're running new, as you're running new, as you're running new. Call I'd say ya or repeat. As you're running new, as you're running new. As you're running new, call out, say, it's a really nice melody, right?
Yeah.
Yismechu Hashamayim. All right, let's look at
That's
some
the
of the words.
melody we get.
That. The same melody,
Yeah,
Hana? Yeah.
yes.
Da, 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 da. It's really pretty. Okay, so Yismechu, the title, means will rejoice. Hashamayim. Okay, who knows what Hashamayim means?
Sky.
What will
Mayim, water.
rejoice? Hashemayim is the heavens,
heaven.
the
Oh,
heavens. The
heavens
Hashemayim
will
is the
rejoice.
heaven. So Yismechu, they will rejoice. Hashemayim, the heavens will rejoice. That's why it's a very peppy melody. So, all right, let's just go through the 5 lines. Let me see who didn't. Esther, will you read line 1?
I'm sorry, I stepped away for a minute. Line 1.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
We're
where?
on Yismechu Hashemayim.
Yes.
Could you read line 1?
Yes. Yischu
What's that first word? Say it again.
Yismekhu
Yismachu.
v'tagel.
Where are you?
I'm
Oh,
sorry.
no. Okay, those are
Yismekhu.
just individual words. No, we're
Yeah.
reading by phrases. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yismekhu hasha mayim.
Right, and there's mayim, water, because the heavens, okay, are filled with water and it rains. The heavens will rejoice. Yismechu hashamayim. Okay, very good. Faye, will you read line 2?
Sure. V'tagel haaretz.
Okay, now, does anyone know what the Hebrew name Gila means? Gil, but Simcha, Gil means joy. So Gila, the Hebrew name Gila means joy, which is nice. V'tagel, and will rejoice, haaretz. The heavens will be happy and the earth will rejoice. Yismechu hashamayim, v'tagel haaretz. Okay, line 3, Charlene.
Okay, I've got a funny dot by the first letter.
It's a dot. It goes. It's the letter. It's the vowel E. Ye. The yud with the one dot.
Yeah,
remember that?
I've got another dot there.
Ignore the one on top. Must have been on just the ink.
Okay.
You,
Yeah.
Year.
Yerim,
Yiram. Okay.
Yiram,
That's sort of squared off one. Adds a final mem. Yiram. Keep going. Good.
Yiram, Hayom,
Hayam. That's
Hayam,
the baby yud. Ya. Ha. Yam. See at the end. Those are final mems.
yeah, I got
Yiram.
the M's.
You did.
Umel.
Eminem. You must like those. Keep
They're
going.
good. Umel,
Perfect. Umalo. Yiram, Hayam, Umalo. So Yiram. So Yiram will be
The field?
the waters. No, we had will roar. The waters will roar, and the water, it means roar, thunder. Yiram, Hayam. The water will roar. We hear the sound of the water. And milo means full. So u and milo and its contents. So the water and everything in it will thunder, will roar. Yiram. So we have the heavens. So all these elements in earth are sounding off. So yismechu hashemayim, the heavens will rejoice. V'tagel haaretz, and the whole earth will be happy. The water will thunder. The water will make a big noise, and all its contents and everything in it. It's very, very nice stuff. Okay. Elaine, would you like to do line 4? Elaine? Is she there? Elaine, are you there? What happened to her? Elaine.
It's on.
Oh, Elaine is, she's muted. Elaine,
don't-
unmute.
Oh, there she is.
Okay. She's muted.
I asked her to unmute. I clicked on it to get her to unmute, but
All right, let's see, Elaine.
There she is.
there we go. Okay.
Okay.
No.
We're good? What happened?
Where?
No, she's still muted.
No, she's not.
I thought I unmuted her.
Helene, do you hear us?
No, I can't unmute her.
No, we can unmute. They have to unmute themselves.
Okay,
I
Elaine.
Elaine, yeah,
And I
I
can't see her.
can see her, but she is muted. I'm in the
Oh.
participants. And she's on there.
Okay.
but-
He's on the phone.
Oh, she's talking on the phone. so
Oh,
that's
okay,
why.
Jody, we'll, where
Where
are
are
we?
we? Oh, wait.
All right, yeah,
Line
I think
4.
we're up to 4. Good.
Yeah, Lots,
Lows,
Lowe's, Sada, Nahal,
Sadai.
Sadai,
Oh, yeah,
Sorry.
right. Aye.
Mhm,
Sadai, okay,
mhm,
Nahal, Ash-
mhm.
Bo, Asher Bo.
Yeah, so we're getting all elements of nature here. Yeah, alos, okay. So we'll exalt, yeah, alos, sadai. Sadeh is a field. So the fields will exalt and all that's in them. I mean, all the creatures, whatever is on the land will exalt. It's not the fields are not a person, but the creatures in the fields will be happy. Ya'alos sadai from sadeh, b'chol asher bo. So we've got the heavens are in this, the earth, we have the water, we have creatures in the fields. Okay, very nice. Let's see, who did not get a chance to read?
I'm sorry, I had an important phone call,
Okay,
so
Go
I
ahead.
was mute for a bit.
yeah.
But I'm ready.
Okay, so Elaine, line 5 we're up to.
Okay. You done?
It's a resh, it's
Oh,
round.
Yerodnu,
Yeranenu.
Yerodnenu, Kol, Azai.
I'd say. Call, the straight across is under the ayin, and the 2 dots is a. Say. Mhm.
Ya, Azay, Ya, R.
Good. Now we had the word Ya'arod last time. So Yeranenu will sing. Let me see what. We'll sing all the trees of the forest. So we got the heaven, we have the earth, we have the creatures in the fields, we have the water, and we have all the trees in the forest. Eitz is a tree. Atzei, the trees of Ya'ar, the forest. So we have everybody in on this. Everybody's happy. Okay, human beings and creatures and nature, all the elements, everybody's rejoicing. So that's a very happy, bouncy tune. So it's Yismechu Hashamayim, Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, Yismechu Hashamayim, line 2. V'tagel haaretz, line 3. Yeram hayam, Yeram hayam, Yeram hayam, umelo o, Yeram hayam, Yeram hayam, Yeram hayam, umelo o. Here the melody changes. Ya'alo sadai, Ya'alo sadai, Ya'alo sadai, B'chol asher bo. Yeranenu, Yeranenu, kol atzei ya'ar, Yeranenu, kol atzei ya'ar. So there's like, these are really very short, they're like 2 lines, but you notice that there's a lot of repetition. And I think that's why people probably learn the Friday night service before they learn Shabbat morning, because if you go all the time on Friday night and you hear these, there's so much repetition that you get a chance to hear the words and learn them by heart and repeat. Okay, so the heavens will rejoice. Yismechu Hashemayim, really nice bouncy tune. Okay, so let's see. So the translation in this book that I have, which is like a good translation, it says, all right, it says, the heavens will rejoice, the earth will exult, the sea and its fullness will roar, the field and all that is in it will jubilate. Then all the trees of the forest will sing for joy. I did a pretty good translation. Okay, so that's it. Now, the last one I wanted to cover today was yes. So that is just Shemayim. Again, if you look at that, let's see. Yeah, on line 5 on the bottom of page 71, they just left out the word az. Okay, it's az Yiran and new. Az Yiran and new. Okay, so the fourth one is
Or Zarua?
Or Zarua, and Or Zarua is on page 73 in your notes. Or Zarua. Does anybody know what Or means? Vayehi Or, right from the beginning of the Torah. Vayehi Or, and let there be
Light.
Light?
light.
Light.
Or
It's my Mount Cana
Okay.
stuff. It's Aura. So I know that
Ora.
one.
Ora. I had a friend whose name was Ora. So the Jews are known as Or Lagoyim, the light to the nations. The light to the nations. In other words, the example, the exemplar for the nations. So, Or Zarua. Okay. Zarua is a word that we use with planting. Sowing is S-O-W, is putting the seeds in the ground. You sow seeds, S-O-W, you plant seeds. So the light which is sown, is an interesting title, the light which is sown, the light which is issued, the light which is created. Okay, Or Zarua. And so here's some of the phrases. So Or Zarua, you have the word tzaddik. What does tzaddik mean? A tzaddik?
Wise, wisdom.
Yeah, it's tzaddik is a righteous person, and it
Mm.
comes from the word tzedakah, tzaddik, like tzaddik, katamar, yeah, the tzaddikim. Those are the righteous people. So tzaddik, and it's Or, Zarua, la tzaddik, simchu, tzaddikim, badonai. Simchu, and then they have the phrase ul yishrei lev, ul yishrei lev, simcha, simchu, tzaddikim, badonai. All right, if you look in the box, let me just look at that. It goes Or Zarua la tzaddik. Light is issued forth to the tzaddik. Now, the next word is u, and, le, to, yishrei lev. Anyone know what part of your body is your lev? Lev, heart. And in the heart of the, and uli yishrei, and in the, to the righteous one's heart will rejoice. And for the upright of heart, yasher, ula yishrei lev, and to the righteous of heart, simcha. Will be happiness. There will be happiness for the honorable people, for the tzaddiks. Simchu will rejoice. Tzaddikim, the righteous ones. Ba Adonai, they will rejoice in God. The hodu, and thank. Lezecher, give thanks. What does zecher mean? Zecher, in the memory of, in the name of, lezecher. The hodu lezecher kodsho, and in memory of his holiness. So the righteous ones will rejoice in God and give thanks in honor of his holiness. Okay, so you see that the themes here is thanking God, praising God, exulting in God, rejoicing, the word acclaiming, the words they thought of every synonym they could think of. So this is very nice. So Or Zarua is Or Zarua la tzaddik, ula yishrei lev simcha, and it repeats Or Zarua la tzaddik, ula yishrei lev simcha. Next line, simchu tzaddikim badonai, v'hodu lezecher kodsho. Simchu tzaddikim badonai, v'hodu lezecher kodsho. Okay, on the bottom, we're not gonna do that one because in my synagogue, the cantor just does that. I don't even know if he does. We weren't gonna do Romamu today. Let's see if there's any other words. And so those are the words. Does anyone know a melody for Or Zarua? Die, 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 dee, 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 dee. That's the one that we do. Anyone have a different melody?
That's the one we do.
Okay, anybody else? Any other melodies for Or Zarua or any of the things that we did today? Okay, so Or Zarua, this is what it says. Let's see.
Sorry, I have to go, everybody. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye.
Here, light is sown for the righteous and for the upright in heart, joy. Rejoice, righteous ones in Adonai, and give thanks to his holy name. So if you think that there's a lot of repetition, you're right, you're right. There's like nothing new other than praise of God, because these are psalms, and that's what a psalm does, right? So David, the singer of sweet psalms. So I would suggest, if you're going to services on Friday or you're doing streaming or whatever, listen for the melodies, get out your sheets and try to follow along for all of the ones that we've done. You know, we did 4 today, and then we did last time Habul Adonai. So what you should do is either get out your Siddur or get out these sheets, what we've done, look over the vocabulary and do it like Gestalt all together, and then listen and follow. Because the first part of the learning is the tracking like a kid learns to read, you know, following the words, but now you know how to read the words, so you should be able to track them. And you might have heard the melodies a lot, so you should be able to start actually following the words and singing along. Now, if you are not listening tonight to that, you should go online and find a cantor doing it. That Cantor Rosenfeld is very good, and she goes very slowly, and then try to follow it. Get out to Siddur, go online and try to follow. Helene?
Yeah,
Um,
yes.
Which Helene? The Chana Helene? Me?
The Chana Helene.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to make-
The Chana Helene.
I want to make sure, does everyone have access to a Zoom service on Shabbat? Because I would be happy to forward our link to our services if anybody doesn't have one and they want to. I mean, you can go naked. You can go
I don't
without,
think so.
you can go without video and without sound, and you can just listen if you want to. So
Oh, you really mean you could go naked? All right, I got your number, Helene. All right, so, you know, and if you want to hear different melodies, I would suggest when you're learning something, master one melody that you like. If it's the one used in your shul, then master that so you can follow it, okay? If there's one that you really like, you can learn it afterwards, but just to get the words correct, I would stick with one, and that's like your go-to. You'll be able to do that, you know, you start moving along. And so really there's like little pieces of these songs. And if you look in the prayer book, you get scared, you say, oh my God, there's so many pages. But if you really look at what we're singing, it's like 2 lines at a time from all of these 4 that I chose for today. And the words, again, a lot of repetition. Sameach, Shir, Gil. We had the root here. I just, before we finish, did I give you? Yeah, Alaz. That means to exalt. My daughter's name is Eliza, and I told her name means joyful. So if you have Israeli relatives, it's kind of cool if you start understanding what their names mean. So Gila is joy. Eliza means joy or exalt. I
What
think
does Ori
Eliza
mean? What does Ori mean?
or
Ori, Ori, U-R-I, Ori. Ori.
Uri.
Uri.
Well, I think that's probably spelled differently than or. I don't know what Uri means.
His mother is Aura, he's Ori, he's my son-in-law. So
But you can ask them.
I will
and,
ask
you
him
know,
tonight.
Yeah, Uri. But you should ask people and look at your own names and see if you can figure out what they mean. Okay,
What
because
does Hana
so I
mean?
said, what's what?
Hana.
Hana.
Kana means like pleasant, gracious,
Oh,
lovely. Kana, it's a very nice name.
Well named.
very nice.
So, you know, that's how you you'll make a connection with a name and the word and you'll remember it, you know? Like my name Tzipora, it means bird. Tzipor, Tzipora. And there's an expression, Yesh lo tziporim barosh. That means he's got bats in the belfry. He's got birds in his head. Tziporim barosh. It means he's a little cuckoo.
There's a lot of words that mean bird, though. My mother was Tybal.
But that's Yiddish.
That's Yiddish, yeah. Well, that's what
That's
happened
Yiddish.
back then. They gave them Yiddish. My name's a combination of Hebrew and Yiddish. I have two names.
Yeah,
It's a combination.
Right, right. All right, so if you are going to services tonight or just
everybody.
go online, YouTube, practice, you know, that's a famous joke.
How do you get to Carnegie Hall?
How do you get to Carnegie Hall? Practice. All right,
Found
ladies.
out
it's
something
been
interesting
fun.
I wanted to share with the group.
Oh, what?
I was
Absolutely.
watching one of the rabbis on YouTube that I watch because he shows how to, I think he's Orthodox, I don't know. But anyways, he shows the prayer book with his finger. He puts his finger right where the word is and he teaches to read. But he also lectures. And so I did watching one of his lectures and he was talking, you know how rabbis do, they'll talk about and they'll mention the Gemara and the Talmud and everything. And he mentioned that there's a word, teku, tough, yud, kaf, vav,
Wow.
and it means we don't have the answer. And he says that it's in the Gemara a lot. So
Are you in Marcia's synagogue? Because Marcia said that. She was telling me that, right? Marcia, you said about teku.
yes, I did. And
Yeah.
I said, you know, I'm gonna make that a plaque or a needle point or something, because I'm gonna tell that to my children and my grandchildren, and I'm gonna take that as my own phrase because I don't have the answer. You
How
know,
about, I don't have the answer, ask Google. That's what I
Well,
was
yes,
gonna
that-
say.
but even Google doesn't have the answer all the time.
Is
All right,
that
ladies.
the same as Tikkun Olam?
No,
No,
tikkun
no.
olam is repairing of the world.
Yeah, I know. That's
Tikkun.
why I was.
L'taken.
Well, maybe, you know, I think God had a plan. He didn't make the world perfect so we could have something to do.
Right, we're the partners.
Yeah, let me tell you, I think it's not 50-50. I think it's 60-40 or 70-30 sometimes. I think we have a heavy burden, especially
Just
nowadays.
Real quickly, for those of you who may not know, May, and it's been this way since 2006, but May is Jewish American History Month, and there's so many
Yes. Really?
programs now. There are so many, by the way, President Biden did it because he has so many Jews in his family. He did a beautiful, beautiful proclamation, which you could just go to whitehouse.gov. But there's tons and tons of free movies and lectures, and every Jewish organization, it seems, out there has one. There's an hour-long free film on Rabbi Heschel that starts tomorrow after Havdalah. But there's tons of stuff out there. So if you want to continue to learn history and culture and heritage, there's a lot of stuff out there. So
Thank you, Helene, and
online.
thank you for inviting us to your talk on the gangsters. That was very
Oh,
interesting.
that was very
That was
We have
awesome.
a very checkered past, And thank you to Jody for introducing everybody and putting it all together.
And
It was a
again,
lovely
you know,
program.
they're gonna list me now
program.
at Women's League. I gave them a whole list of programs, but I don't mind doing it. And, you know, if we can raise money, that's
I would
great. If
like, who
not,
did you give the list to, Helene? I'd like to see the
then
list.
I'll send you the list, Carol. I gave
Okay.
it to the national person for Women's League,
Okay.
who's in charge of programming. I gave her the list and she said she was gonna publish it.
So
'Cause
ladies,
I like doing it.
have a wonderful Mother's Day.
Yes.
Enjoy, even
You
if you're
too,
not going anywhere
everybody.
special. Yep, well, think of me, I'm gonna be in church tomorrow and then I will enjoy
We'll
with
pray
my
for you.
family on Sunday.
I'll be in the showroom. I'll pray for you. Okay, Carol?
But pray that I don't make any mistakes. My Catholic friend told me, she said, sit on the edge of your chair and lean forward when they go down. I said, fine. I said, I'm not going up for the wafer. I'm not gonna cross myself. I said, I'm gonna behave. and I'm
So
gonna be
Carol,
Very good.
Carol, let
Yeah.
me just share. I mean, I've done more than one first communion. You know, when I stand when they stand, out of respect, kind of like within a shul. And when they go up, I just slide over a little bit, whichever direction. It depends how tight, you know, the church is. I just sit down and I'm the only one sitting on the bench and they go and I may get up so they can sit down appropriately again. And then I just sit my down.
I've
That's
been,
only,
I've been
you
in,
know,
I've been to church a million times.
Yeah.
I'm a very member of the
You
the
just-
Newman Club. Do you know what
just-
the Newman Club is?
Yes, Catholic club.
Cardinal Newman, because
Yeah.
I sang in Glee Club. We sang at St. Cathedral.
so
I used to go to the Veterans Administration with my group, and I know every Christmas carol because my
oh, I do too.
Madame
I
Durier.
do too.
So I'm,
Yeah.
it's not, it's,
It's really,
All right,
yeah, it's
I'll
minor.
report
just-
back
I
next
just
week.
don't
and I'll
go on the
tell you
knees.
how it
Nothing
was.
on the
And
knees.
honestly, they don't have any expectation. You just get up when everybody else stands. I mean, I do. I mean, they
Yeah, I
personal
do too.
preference. And I don't even get to the edge of I sit at the back of the bench when they're all leaning on your knees because that's the pain they want. I don't need that one. I
No,
just-
well, I was told to lean forward, but I'll tell them that I'm not baptized.
There you go.
Not baptized yet. You can't take communion.
Okay, so
yet.
can I share something that you may not be aware of, Carol? Let me share
What?
something. My husband's Lutheran. And when we go into a Catholic church, he can't even take communion.
See
True,
that? I'm
true.
with him.
In a Lutheran church because they're good enough, but Lutherans can't take communion in a Catholic church. So he doesn't even take communion and
That's right.
he sat next to me.
Here's a
Next
little,
time
a
I go
little
to church, I'm taking
factoid.
him with me.
Okay, this is a
We'll
very
have a
important factoid that
Yes.
you should know. We used to do the kneeling and bowing. And the Chazan and the rabbi, when they do it at Yom Kippur and they get down and you have to help them.
That's true.
Okay, we used to do a lot. We used to do this. As soon as the other faith took it over, we stopped doing it.
Well, we
But-
still, if
No,
you
this
think
is-
about it, we still bow at a Lenu.
Yeah,
We-
Right, but we don't do
not
it the
on
way they
knees.
used to do.
No,
Not
all
on
the
the
way
knees.
down
No,
to
not the
knees.
extreme,
No.
not to the extent, but we do.
The reason is a very peculiar reason. And this is legitimate, this is Melton authorized, is as other faiths would take on what we did,
Yeah.
would discard that tradition because there's such an emphasis on our being different, separate
Yeah.
in
Okay.
Torah that to me it's a goofy, and I really wish we had something like genuflecting because there's so many times that, you know, something I want to say Baruch Hashem, but I want to be able to do something with my hand.
Why
So I
don't you
wish somebody
just
come up with a Jewish
get a
version.
banner with a Jewish star and hold it
Well,
up?
this
I've
is
had a
very
couple
hard to
friends
do.
It's
that-
like,
it
like
really
on
is-
Purim.
It's pretty complicated, the 6 stars, the 6 dots is really
That's
complicated.
what I just did, and it's
Yeah,
very,
it gets really, you
Yeah.
know,
but that's why we don't do that anymore. But we have so many remnants of it
Yeah.
that are left. But we're supposed to be different. Anyway, Carol,
Yeah.
you
There are more
Wonderful.
similarities
just
than
enjoy,
you
enjoy the
realize.
you know what I say, Carol? Enjoy the learning.
Yes.
It was very interesting.
Yeah.
And some of you'll understand because are you going to a Spanish church? Because being from Guatemala, or are they going to a general?
Well, actually, it's the same church that I was teaching ESL in. So I.
You might
my
have a
car
lot of
knows the
Latin
way
and
there.
Spanish.
I don't think it's a Spanish mass, but if it was, I probably could understand, most of it.
It'll be
But
interesting.
I think I want to see my little, my granddaughter all dressed up in her little bride outfit, and I'll take a picture
Well, and
with
it's
her.
important that she knows you're there to care about her. That's the most
Oh,
important
yeah,
thing
she'll
in
know.
any of this.
You know, I never
Yeah.
envied Christmas, but I always envied being in May, being dressed as a bride. As a
Oh,
little
yeah.
girl, why can't I have a bride dress like these kids in my
Purim.
neighborhood?
On
I used to
Purim.
look out the
But-
window when
but-
I was in elementary school and see the church across the street and all these little girls, and I go, what's going on there?
But what's very interesting, and I won't take any much more time, is, she was 8, the first communion I went to. But what it did, it opened up conversation with her mom and her, and it was educational of first communion is their entering into adulthood within the Catholic Church.
All the sacraments.
Got to explain,
Well,
and then we went on and explained about bar and bat mitzvahs in
But the,
Judaism.
but the first communion is more like the begin. It's like we used to do Shavuot. On
Yeah.
Shavuot for our kindergartners, that's when they got their mini Torahs, and it was the beginning of their religious education, because that's why it's called first communion, because they
Yeah.
do have other stuff later, so
Yeah.
that's more equivalent to our B'nai Mitzvah.
Yeah.
Anyway, ladies, I need to go. We're gonna pick up my daughter and
Let's
bring her
go.
home. So I'll have it here for the
Bye.
weekend. Tomorrow
Enjoy.
is gonna be. an
Happy
experience.
Mother's Day.
Happy
Happy
Mother's Day, everyone.
Day.
Bye.
Everybody
Mother's Day,
enjoy.
everyone.
Sunday's supposed to be really nice. Bye-bye, everybody.
All right,
Bye-bye.
thank you.
Shabbat shalom.